Did you know that Minecraft was originally called Cave Game? This little indie project evolved into the world's best-selling game, spawning updates, spin-offs, and a pretty chaotic Hollywood film journey. Mojang, now a massive company, keeps updating the game for free, with trial chambers, auto-crafting, cherry trees, and more. Meanwhile, Notch has left the company, but Minecraft keeps growing, block by block. We're going to explore all of this right now. Oh, and whatever you do, don't comment Steve in the comment section below, otherwise I'll have to build an underwater railway tunnel, and I don't have enough iron, so then I'll have to mine the iron, and then I have to get redstone, and it's a full dilemma. On the 1st of June 1979, though the world did not know it yet, a billionaire was born in the city of Stockholm in Sweden. His name was Marcus Persson. If that doesn't ring a bell, you might know him by his other name, Notch. He's the creator of Minecraft. Notch's father, who was a railway worker, was quite the nerd and taught Notch how to use the family's computer, which was a Commodore 128. For me, that is so foreign because I'm a Gen Z. I was literally born in 2000, so this is Gen Z life. Notch became obsessed, playing all sorts of bootleg games, including The Bard's Tale. By the age of 7, he started to tinker with programming, and by the age of 8, he had crafted his very own video game. Though at first, Notch wanted to get into game design, his teachers and mentors advised him to go into graphic design instead, which was a career he studied for 3 years while he was a teenager. For fun, Notch played games and programmed, and he got pretty good at it. While in high school, he reverse engineered the Doom engine. Though he never actually finished high school, he eventually landed on his feet, getting work at Game Federation, which is where he met Rolf Jensen, a fellow game developer. The two got along like scotch and your dad on a Friday night after work, and in their spare time, they developed the game Worm Online. This little game was released under the company Mojang Specifications AB. Sound familiar? Between the years 2004 and 2009, Notch worked for the game developer Player, who nowadays are known as King. Yes, the people behind Candy Crush. Everything this guy touches literally turns to gold. Oh, I worked on Minecraft and Candy Crush, the two most popular contemporary video games of the last 2 decades. 2009 is a very, very important year for Notch. This is the year that the game Infiniminer came out. This was an open source video game developed by Zach Barth. Infiniminer was a block-based sandbox game where players built and dug, not mined, they dug, within procedurally generated worlds. Much like Notch and Minecraft, the game was produced in Zach's free time, and was released between various updates between April and May. Notch gave Infiniminer a go, and a light bulb turned on. He went to work and made, well, not Minecraft, but a game called Ruby Dung, which is a great title. A 3D base building game that had a very blocky visual style. It's very similar to something like Roller Coaster Tycoon. This was the prototype that eventually became Jack Black and Jason Momoa running around on a green screen. Man, I could not. It might have been a blue screen. Notch reflected on Ruby Dung after it released. Something wasn't working. It was too pixelated, but the first person aspect was working. What if he added RPG elements to it? Made it something unique. He went back to the drawing board, and on May 17, 2009, the very first edition of Minecraft was released on TIG Source. Well, actually, it wasn't always called Minecraft. During the early days, Notch had called the poor thing Cave Game, and even released a very early test demo on YouTube. Later, a player gave the suggestion to call it Minecraft Order of the Stone, which was influenced by the webcomic Order of the Stick. I wonder if that guy gets any royalties for technically naming one of the biggest IPs this century. Minecraft is a billion, maybe even possibly almost $1 trillion thing, and he definitely doesn't get any credit or royalties for naming it. People played Cave Game, quite a lot of them actually, giving Notch lots and lots and lots of feedback, which he then assessed and then developed, giving the game numerous updates. This led to an alpha version of the game in 2010 and 2011. These updates led to the inclusion of tools, new blocks, items, a survival mode, a brand new realm, the Nether, changes in the game's mechanics such as flowing water, and more, putting the blocks together that eventually became my Minecraft cabin. Do you like it? Please tell me you like it. I put a lot of effort into it. You don't? The game rose in popularity by like a lot, forcing Notch to push out a 1.0 version called the Adventure Update. This released mid-November 2010, giving Notch the opportunity to step down and give development responsibilities to others like Jens Bergensten, who used to be a lead designer on Minecraft. Between this time, Notch also founded Mojang with his buddies Jacob Porser and Carl Mahner, as Minecraft had become a financially viable source of income for all three developers. The company went from 3 men to 5 men to, well, now it employs over 600 employees, all working on one single property. Oh, and for some reason, a lot of this information that I am talking about comes from a Red Bull blog. I don't know why Red Bull has made a history article about Minecraft, but they did. And I mean Red Bull the energy drink, not just like Red Bulls and Red Bulls. In 2012, Mojang hired the developers behind MixKit to help with maintaining the Minecraft servers as multiplayer was becoming really popular. This was shortly after the release of Minecraft Pocket Edition, which released on phones in early alpha in August 2011. With the servers taken care of, the gang also released console versions for both Xbox and PlayStation in 2013, with next-gen versions releasing the year after. Don't worry, Nintendo also got their very own Minecraft on the sad little Wii U, remember that game console? And this released in 2015. Though Mojang never made a specific version for the 3DS, which was an extremely popular console, they did port the Pocket Edition, so yeah, Minecraft was like literally everywhere. There are also special editions of the game that released, including an educational version, which released for schools in 2016, a Chinese edition, which also released in 2016, through the partnering between Mojang and NetEase. It's called My World. And of course, a Windows edition, which released on Windows 10 in 2015. Minecraft has also been providing VR support, so you can really feel the blocks in your hands. Smell that blocky air. However, this year in 2025, they announced that they will not be supporting PlayStation VR any longer. German musician Daniel Rosenfeld made the game's music and all the behind the scenes sounds, like the ooh. He also probably did the villagers too, the ha, ha, ha. Apparently the creeper's hiss was actually a complete accident. Rosenfeld said the following: "That was just a complete accident by Marcus and me. We just put in a placeholder sound of burning a matchstick. It seemed to work hilariously well, so we kept it. Here's a super quick rundown on what the game's added since its alpha and its original release. The base game literally just had blocks like dirt and cobblestone. Trees and ores were added. Afterwards, Mojang tested out multiplayer and added glass blocks and flowers. Survival mode was added with creepers, of course, and every other enemy. Last but not least, they added crafting, tools, and of course, the notorious diamonds. In 2010, they added armor, pumpkins, the nether, eggs, redstone, dungeons, rails, and more. 2011, we got cake, phew, note blocks, beds, pistons, enchanting tables, the literal end of the game, and the end as a dimension as well. Lots of ending. 2012 introduced more eggs, jungles, iron golems, temples, trading, anvils, and withers. 2013 added more redstone, horses, and banners. 2014 introduced the ocean temples and also slime blocks. Need I say more? 2015, look, they didn't really do that much, so like, look away, don't look at me. 2016, they added cities into the end, magma blocks, polar bears, and shulker boxes. Yes, shulker boxes are almost 10 years old. They feel so much younger. 2017, they added parrots. That was a bit of a crappy year for them. We don't want to talk about it. In 2018, they completely overhauled the underwater, adding seaweed and blah 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 blah. Complete redesign for it. 2019 added honey, bees, and lots of villager updates. In 2020, the Nether got updated with new dungeons, enemies, so on and so forth. In 2021, they updated the world generation, and they also introduced new blocks when caving. 2022 added more environments above and below, like the deep dark and the mangrove swamps. 2023 added cherry trees. 2024 introduced new trial chambers, bundles, auto crafting, finally, and more. Now it's 2025 and there's a movie on the way. Let's talk about it. Apparently, Hollywood really wanted to make a TV series with the Minecraft IP back in 2012. However, Mojang kept their distance as they wanted to create something that was special rather than just Hollywood schlop. Like, they didn't want to make some silly live action movie with Jack Black per se, clearly being in front of a green screen. Like, why would they ever do that? That would be silly and ridiculous, right? In 2014, there was a Kickstarter, which was doing really well. This was to make a fan film, however, it unfortunately got shut down by Notch. A couple of days later, Notch revealed that he and the team were actually working on a feature film with Warner Brothers. Roy Lee was set as a producer, as was Jill Mesick. The film was intended to have a huge budget and was planned for a 2018 release, which clearly didn't happen. Sean Levy was set to direct, and writing duo Kieran and Michelle Mulroney were attached to write the script. Unfortunately, a few months later, a lot of the people attached ran away and were like, I don't want to work on this. The film saw a lot of talent come and go. Mac from It's Always Sunny in Philadelphia was at one point set to direct back in 2015. His version of the film was going to be written by Jason Futches. That's a really bad last name. Futches? Futches. They even got Steve Carell to be interested in voicing one of the characters for the film. Like, that was definitely going to happen, and then it didn't. Alas, the film that Mac was working on slowly dug its own grave due to leadership challenges within the executive team at Warner Brothers. During this cluster truck, unfortunately, Jill Mesick passed away. Rest in peace. A couple of years later, in 2019, the project got completely rebooted. But then 2020 happened. Remember that? 2020? The pandemic ruined everything and delayed all of the production completely. This version of Minecraft, the film, is the one that we eventually got. Not gonna lie, it sounded like Mac was cooking up something really special, so it's unfortunate we never got his version. I think that would have been a lot more interesting than the film that's about to release. So there you have it, Minecraft. The game that kept on keeping on. If you remember the whole Prime Energy situation, I have a video about that and the lawsuits. That'll be in the outro after this video. I'm gonna go build an automatic gold farm in the Nether, so I'll be gone for a while because I need a lot of redstone. Don't forget to drink water or something. Bye.